Now, this Sunday, Chris Billam-Smith defends his WBO World Cruiserweight title for the first time against Mateusz Masternak. It's live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Joining us now for more on this is the man himself. It's WBO Cruiserweight champion of the world. Good afternoon. Welcome to Drive, Chris Billam-Smith. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hi, gents. Yeah, all good. Thanks yourself.
I'm very well. Did I pronounce his name correctly? Mateusz Masternak. Is that how you say it?
I don't speak Polish, mate, to be honest, so you better off asking me.
Okay, let's just say I'm right and I get a point. I suppose the obvious question, firstly, for you is how special is it going to be for you to return to your hometown for your first ever title defence?
Yeah, I mean, it means a huge amount to me. You know, I've been fortunate enough to box in Bournemouth for the last 3 fights. Obviously, the last one was at the stadium, but the 2 before that were at the same venue it's at this weekend. So it's an absolute bear pit atmosphere in there. It's a phenomenal place, and can't wait to do that ring walk on Saturday.
Chris, I know it's only one day because you're fighting on the Sunday, but does that disrupt your preparations for fight night any more than it would usually?
No, to be honest, I feel like it gives me an extra day's training. Usually I'd come home on a Monday for fight week, but came home on Tuesday this week. So already done 4 sessions this week. You know, just sharpening up. So yeah, no, if anything, it's more of a benefit.
Do you go into this fight? The reason I'm asking this is we were talking about it last week. I can't remember what sport, be it football or boxing, but it came up that when Benty used to take to the field as a professional footballer, very rarely did he take to the field being 100% fit. There's always like a little niggle here or there, right? For boxers, of course, it's so strenuous being a boxer, and of course you're sparring and training leading up to it. Would you say, I mean, you don't want to give away too much in case you're not, but would you say you are as close to 100% fitness as possible going into this fight, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not ill this time. So at this stage, last fight I was ill. So yeah, no, I'm in a really good position. You know, the camp's been brilliant. It's been a long camp for that reason, really. I think if any niggles do come up, you can iron them out and still get all the work you need to get in. So you can get that in.
When did training finish? When did you stop sparring?
Stopped sparring last week. When was that? Thursday or Friday? Can't remember. I think last Thursday was my last spar, and then did pad session yesterday. It was the last pad session.
So, Chris, obviously, this Masternak, he's experienced, and I'm sure he's going to cause you a lot of different problems in the Okoli fight. Because how do you prepare for this fight? Because I'm guessing your preparation for the Okoli fight, your last one, when you won the title, must be completely different preparation to any other fight camp you've had, just because of his style.
Lots of hugging in that one.
Yeah, we had a lot of heavyweights in last camp because of the size of Lawrence, his strength and his power. So we had a lot of heavyweights in, but this time it's been more cruiserweights and light heavyweights because Masternak moves more. So you have to get the right sparring partners in. He moves more, he throws more punches than Lawrence, and he's, you know, just you need to get that sort of sparring in. So probably a little bit quicker as well. But yeah, so it's varied quite a lot, the sparring, to be honest, compared to the last camp.
I know that Masternak lost to Tony Bellew, 8 years ago that was. Have you spoken to Tony about it? Have you watched that fight? Have you learned anything from it or not?
Yeah, I've watched the fight. I remember watching it at the time, but watched the fight back since, and I'll probably watch it again this week at some point. But yeah, I haven't spoken to Tony about it, but it's a good lot to take from that fight, and a lot of I think, you know, a lot has changed since then. I think he would have improved a lot.
So, Chris, when you win this fight, and we expect you to win it, what next for you then? Who do you want to fight next? And because we had Richard Riakporhe on this week, and he was talking about getting a world title shot. What would you like to do next after this fight?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I'd like to unify. Whether we can do that straight away or not, I don't know. To be honest, right now, I'm not really thinking about it. I'm so close to this fight. It's all the focus is on Masternak. But I'm sure me and Richard will meet at some point next year.
Let me ask you, IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Jai Pataya, he joined Jim White and Simon Jordan yesterday. And, of course, he fights on a huge card. That's December the 23rd in Saudi Arabia. And that card, of course, was set up by Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. When you see Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn working together to make massive fights with massive paydays as well in Saudi, does it frustrate you that Ben Shalom isn't involved in that or not?
No. You know, I can't complain. I mean, Ben Shalom, Boxer and Sky have done a phenomenal job in my career, given me everything I've asked for. I've been asking for Bournemouth fights for years, got them. Wanted to fight for a world title at a stadium, got that. So for me, it's been it's been a match made in heaven between me and myself, my team, Boxer and Ben Shalom.
Good. Okay, it's good to hear. We're big fans of Ben Shalom and the work he does. So it's a great answer. Listen, thank you so much for coming on, Chris. I'm curious, by the way, your background on YouTube is all blurred. Why is that? Is that like a filter you've got on it? Because you look very handsome, very dapper this afternoon.
No, I think it's just the setup on the Zoom or whatever we're on. It's got a blurred background. Probably, I'm in a hotel room at the moment, so that's just my current headboard.
Oh, we'll see. It looks very... I might have to get that on my phone. It looks great. Listen, all the best for the weekend. I don't think you'll need it, but it should be a very emotional and hopefully a very successful evening for you. Thank you so much for coming on, pal.
Cheers, gents. Take care.
Cheers, Chris.
Mate. Don't forget, of course, this Sunday, Chris Billam-Smith defends his WBO World Cruiserweight title for the first time. He takes on Mateusz Masternak, and, of course, it's live and exclusive on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.